How to get better self-worth? Grow in healthy soil. Today's video is about self-worth and what it takes to better low self-worth. As you might know, if you need to grow a plant, one thing that you need to be mindful of is the soil that you put it in. If the soil is ripped of nutrients, filled with gravel and chemicals, your plant won't grow or thrive. The same concept applies to human growth or personal growth. If your self-worth is low, one of the things that you have to be mindful about is what soil you're trying to grow in. If you're surrounded by people who put you down or drain you, this will affect your chances of improving your low self-worth. Just as well as your self-worth can be impacted by negative experiences in your childhood, so will it be impacted by what you expose yourself to in adulthood. You can try just as hard to improve your self-worth by reading books, changing your behaviors, thinking positively. But if you're still in an environment that brings you down, you'll find that your growth can be stunted, just like the strong plant who still withers if it's kept in unfit soil. This is why I call this strategy for self-worth for grow in healthy soil. What I want to put emphasis on here is that your surroundings do matter. It's not unimportant who you surround yourself with. Some people will find it helpful to take a look around them and be real about whether the people that they engage with are good for them. This can also be one big step towards starting to put focus on you and respect yourself. It might be that we as kids did not have a say in who were around us, but as adults, we do. You are able to choose who you spend your time with. Some will be quite afraid to start this process. They'll fear loneliness or fear that they have to cut off people for good. Here I'll always advise to take it slow. Maybe you don't have to decide to cut people off. Maybe this is too big step for you or will leave you too much in doubt. Sometimes I find that it can be helpful to start small. Maybe spend less time with that person or persons. Maybe take a break from seeing them. The best way that you can become a bit more sure is when you sort of start feeling the effect. Does it feel more freeing to not be around that person too much? Do you feel better? If so, then it might be helpful that you continue to spend less time with them. The people you surround yourself with do impact you. As such, this is one factor that can contribute to your success with turning your self-worth around. To this topic, I just wanted to add in an interesting phenomenon that I sometimes see. Even though we say that as a general rule, it's the soil that we're in that impacts us or shapes us, sometimes we do find outliers. These outliers we in psychology call dandelions, as we sometimes see dandelions growing up and blossoming from a small crack in the concrete or the driest soil. So do we see people sometimes who manage this, that in spite of their upbringing, they grow and try to spread to better soil when they have the chance, just like the dandelion seeds blowing in the wind towards better breeding grounds. I want to mention this example to say that even though you feel that you've been growing up in unhealthy surroundings, this does not determine your potential of growth. It is still possible to grow into a strong adult, just like the dandelion, and that you then have the chance to change up your surroundings. Whether you're growing up in troublesome surroundings or whether you're currently in a difficult relationship, there is hope. It is possible to grow and better your conditions. So, what were your thoughts? Do you believe that your surroundings matter for your self-worth? Can the people you surround yourself with impact your self-worth journey? I think this is all we had time for. What was your takeaway from today's video? As always, feel free to take away the information you can use, if any, and leave the rest. Hopefully you found that today's topic made sense and I did not waste your time. Please like and subscribe so my channel can grow. Take care and see you for the next one.